Welcome back into 41 today. Well, if you're feeling frazzled, maybe if you have a lot on your mind, pay attention to this. Author Mark Wayne Smith is here to introduce his book, Simplify Your Life from the Inside Out. He joins us now. Mark, thanks for coming on.
Thank you so much, Michael. It's a pleasure to be here.
And you know, I've had the privilege to read through a lot of this book. I've really enjoyed it so far. Some of the things that people should expect from reading this book.
Well, first of all, thank you for reading it. An author always loves it when somebody says they've read his book. What I hope people will see in this book is, I hope they'll see themselves in it. I hope they can identify with some of the problems that I describe and some of the solutions that I was able to find, and that they can apply it in their own life. You've
got quite the story in terms of writing the book itself. Why? Why'd you write it?
To be honest with you, I didn't know I was writing a book when I started writing. The short version of the story is, it was several years ago, and I was really struggling with some stuff in my life, some really troubling kind of personal issues, which I write about very openly in the book. And I'd reached a point where things started to make sense for me, and I felt better about things, and writing has always been a way for me to discover how much I've learned about something. I started writing, and I reached a point where I thought this could become a book.
One of the things that I noticed, or at least that stood out to me, was how well it's written. Funny at parts, it's clear. You're not a psychologist, you're not a doctor, but in some cases that was one of the best things about this book.
That was my experience. There are a lot of books that you can buy that are on the same subject in the same genre that are written by people who have credentials and are professionals. This is written from the perspective of an ordinary person who walked into a lot of problems and found a way out of them.
Sure, and that's one of the reasons I've loved it so much. And I really have truly enjoyed this book. Something, Mark, that is unique about this book.
Something unique. That perspective, first of all, it's the perspective of, hopefully, you, the reader, then you can identify with it. The other thing that makes it unique, I think, is this notion of from the inside out. There are a lot of books about simplifying your life that deal with external things, with like clutter in your life and the stuff in your life.
Right.
And this is more, I guess, the internal stuff.
Right, and some of the advice you give is, look, life isn't fair. And come to accept that, you know. Life is difficult. Why do you think that's an important point?
I think it's an important point because if you can't get past that, then a lot of the other stuff becomes moot. You can't change the fact that life is going to be hard, but you can change the way you deal with it.
Real quick, Mark, as we wrap up, something you're really proud of about this book.
If I could change proud to grateful.
Grateful?
I'm grateful for all the folks who have taken the time to let me know what the book meant to them. And that's priceless.
And if you look online, it certainly has gotten good reviews. Simplify Your Life from the Inside Out, the 7 Keys to Finding Inner Peace, available on Amazon.com and through the Kindle store. You can get that. And we'll put more information on our website, 41NBC.com. Mark, thanks for coming on.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
We'll be back after the break. Stay with us on 41 Today.